everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do my Shop My Stash update. It's not an intro because I'm just carrying on from last month, but if you're not familiar with how I do my Shop My Stashes, I pick all the items that I want to use for the next month, and I do have a project 10 uses on them. With eyeshadow palettes, I want to use them at least 5 times and use every shade at least once, so like a no pan left behind, but everything else is fair game. I want to use it 10 times. Now, I have been known to roll out items in the past if I've used it 7 or 8 times and I just don't want to leave it in for another month. There are a few items that I am going to be rolling out today just simply because I pulled them for Christmas and I know I'm not going to get any use out of them in the next month, and it'd be silly for me to just keep holding on to them. I'd rather just pull something else. So I will bend the rules a little bit this month, but I hope to not have to do that next time. But anyway, here is my update. All right, let's start with the eyeshadow palettes that I'm rolling out. I've been working on a lot of eyeshadow palettes this month. There are 8 palettes in front of me. I am rolling out 6 of them. So I'm so happy to put them back in my collection and pull some new eyeshadow palettes. I ended up with way too many, and it's been a little bit of an overwhelming struggle just to hit every single shade and also use the palette at least 5 times. But I've done that now for 6 of them, so I'm very excited to be rolling these out and rolling some new ones in. So the first one is my Stoned Vibes from Urban Decay. I really enjoyed it, and actually I have a little cheeky pan in this, and this was not on purpose. This is just, you know, a natural little pan. So I hit pan in Raw Energy just a few days ago, which I'm very excited about. And yeah, that now I have 3 pans in this palette, but I have used the palette quite a bit. I think I used it more than 5 times. No, yeah, I used it 6 times and I've used every single shade at least once. I'll put up on the screen how many times I actually used the shades, because some shades I did use more than once. But yeah, I really love this palette. I am still going to keep this palette out because I am working on Jade for this month. It is sort of my, I don't know, side hustle panning project. I am going to roll in a new shade every single month. And this one is the one that I pulled for January, which is a beautiful green. So this one will stay next to me for me to use this month. But in terms of having the palette and using every single shade, I've done that now. So I'm very happy. And I'm happy that I've got, you know, an extra sort of bonus pan. That's always exciting because that's not really the goal of this, but it is what it is. If you can hear my dog, he is in the room with me and he snorts sometimes, so you might be able to hear him. Secondly, I've got this one. This is the Whatever palette from Colourpop. However, it looks a little bit different because I did do a little bit of rearranging. This is what mine's looking like. It just has Colourpop shades in there, but I did pull from Baby Got Peach, the Whatever, the what's that purple one? I can't think of it, but anyway, it's got a bunch of different shades in here. And I actually really love this color story now that it looks like this. But this one I've used 5 times and I've used every single shade at least once. I used the final shade today, which was this one here. I've actually really enjoyed using this palette. It just gives me a lot of, I don't know, I'm very inspired when I look at it. So I'm so glad that I did do that rearrangement. I do have a video of it if you want to see what I did, but it was just, I don't know, it really helped me like visualize and see this palette in a different way. But anyway, that one is rolling out. Next up, I've got Juvia's Place, the Mints Rebel palette. The Rebel Mints palette. And this one is a little quad, and I have used every shade now at least once, and I've used the palette at least 5 times. It's fine. It's an accent palette. I'm not going to go into this palette and just do one look. I haven't done that yet, so I don't think that's the way I'm going to be able to use this palette. But I do think that these shimmers are stunning, and that is kind of the reason why I purchased it. But it was sort of an impulse buy and probably one that I shouldn't have got, but I did, and now I'm stuck with it. But yeah, I'm rolling that one out. Next up, I've got the Shadow Kiss from Alter Ego, and this one I have used 8 times. I love this palette. It is one of my favorite palettes that I own. However, this time I did use it as an accent palette because I had so many palettes. I would dip in here for one of the shimmers because it does have a lot of shimmers. I do like the mattes though, but you'll see in my numbers, I think a lot of the shades I only just use them once because I'm just trying to get through everything. But yeah, I used every shade at least once. I really love this palette and I'll be sad to put it away, but it was nice to pull it out while it lasted, and maybe I'll pull it out again soon-ish. Next up, I've got the Hydra Turtle from Revolution. I think this is the third month it's been in my Shop My Stash, so I'm so excited to get this out. I have finally used every shade at least once. This was the first one I think I focused on in terms of all the ones that I had in my last Shop My Stash to just make sure that I used all of the shades because I didn't want this rolling on for a fourth month. Again, I kind of went into this palette thinking, okay, I'm gonna have to do a purple look, or I'm gonna have to do a blue look, or go in there just for one sort of shade, and that's it. So I did use it a little bit as a companion palette again, and not really so much a cohesive palette in my mind at the moment because I just haven't been doing these types of looks. But I finally finished and I used every shade, so that one's rolling out. And then finally the last palette that I'm rolling out is from Sample Beauty, the Equalizer Volume 2. This one I've raved and hooted about. This was my top one of my favorite palettes that I tried last year. And I finally used every single shade. It took me a while. It wasn't, you know, like a chore or anything. It's just there's a lot of shades in here. There's 30 shades. So yeah, there are a lot. And they're just so stunning. I don't think there's one dud shade. I literally used everything. I don't really think you need the black sparkly shade down here because you have a matte black and it kind of, this one doesn't really add anything different. But aside from that, it's absolutely stunning. Oh, actually no, there's two purples that probably don't need to be in there. I mean, in the camera, this obviously is darker, but on the lids, they kind of looked the same. Just an FYI. But otherwise, everything else just is cohesive, it works, and I don't feel like there's any other redundant shades. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. In total, I don't know how many times I used it. I'll put up on the screen how many times I used it, but I did use it definitely more than 5 times. It just took me so long to use it. All right, moving on. Let's talk about all of the other items that I'm going to be rolling out. So I've been working on my Laura Geller Spackle Mist. This is just a setting spray. This one I have used 13 times, so this one is rolling out. I really enjoy that. Then I've got my Urban Decay Hydro Maniac Foundation. I did roll this into a project, so I will continue to use it, but it's coming out of my Shop My Stash. So I'm excited to pull another foundation because lately it's the only foundation I've been using and I need another one just to make it a little bit more interesting for myself. So, but this one is rolling out of my Shop My Stash, and that one I have used 15 times. Then I've got my Figs and Rouge Hydra Matte Pore Correct Velvet Cream. This is somewhat of a skincare slash primer product, but I've been using it as a primer. There's not that much left. Like if I carried on, this would be done. It says it comes with 30 ml. I kind of feel like it comes with less. But anyway, this one I've used 10 times, so it's rolling out. Next up, I've got my Juvia's Place, what is this? I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. I've been using it more as a concealer. It's been fine. I can't really use it as an under eye concealer because it's just too thick. So the only way I'm going to be able to use this is just to mix it with another maybe lighter foundation. I'm not at the point that I want to declutter it, but it's getting close to that point because I'm trying everything in my power to make this work for me so I don't have to declutter it. There's a lot of product in here and the shade is fine. It's a little light, but like come summer, I'm not going to be able to use this. So I need to continue figuring out how to use this before it's too late. But yeah, but that one I'm rolling out and I used that 11 times. Next up, I've got my Sosu Jackson Stick Cream bronzer here. This one I still have plenty of product left, but it's nice. It's a really nice formula. I don't mind it. It has a really nice color to it as well. This is the Contour Cool, and I've been really enjoying this one. And this one I've used 10 times, so that one's rolling out. Moving on, I've got my Essence Brighten Up, and I'm very annoyed because the packaging is broken on me, and that is very annoying. But this one, yeah, I've used 13 times, so that one is rolling out. And then I've got another bronzer here. I've got my Nabla. This is in the shade Dune. This one I have used 11 times, and this one is rolling out. It is so stunning. It's a beautiful baked formula. It'll take a while to really finish this, but I don't mind. I think it's definitely one of my favorite bronzers that I have. I've got an eyeliner that I'm rolling out. This is Lord and Berry. I had this in last month. This month I only need to use it 3 times, and I have, so this one now is rolling out. Next up, I've got a highlighting base palette here. This is the Galaxy Dream from Revlon. It's the Photo Ready Holographic Highlighting Palette. And this one I had used 5 times last month. I've used it 6 times this month, so I can roll it out. I've been mostly using the shade, I'm not gonna lie. This one I've used 5 times, and then I dipped into this one once this month. But that's fine. I just think this is a more of a neutral shade on me, and then some of these other ones are a little bit harder to, like this is a green and this is a blue. It's a little bit harder to use in every day, but sometimes I use it in my inner corner. Like I've been using this one in my inner corner. I don't know if you could see if there's any difference there. Probably not, but I've been enjoying it. Anyway, it's rolling out because I've used the palette 10 times now. Next up, I've got a blush. I'm rolling this blush out. This is the Yes Love blush palette, and it's a beautiful, beautiful palette. I mean blush, it's got a gorgeous, gorgeous color to it, but I've used it 10 times now. I had it in last month, only need to use it 4 more times this month, which I did. And then this one, the same, I had it in last month. This is my NYX Sweet Cheeks Glow, and this is in the shade Daydream. And I just love this. It's just so, so stunning, so stunning. This one I need to use it 3 times, but I actually used it 5 times this month. I've been thoroughly enjoying it. So I'll be sad to say goodbye to those, but yeah, I need to roll in some more blush. I need to just, you know, I need to keep this going. Okay, one item that is not with me right now is a MAC lipstick. I did end up decluttering that. So I had kept it in my Shop My Stash, and then I did my lip declutter back in December, and I did end up decluttering that. So that is no longer in this project. It's not with me anymore. It just got too old and it was all broken. So that one is gone. And then I've got this lipstick, which is from Odin's Eye. This is the Love Jasmine. This is gorgeous. I got it in their mystery box last year. I'm not going to pick up their mystery box this year. It's just too much of a gamble because I don't trust their quality, unfortunately. But I think their lip products are really, really stunning. I really enjoyed their lip products. But anyway, this one I needed to use 5 more times because I had it in last month, and I used it the 5 more times this month. So this one can roll out. And then I think that's technically everything that is allowed to roll out. However, like I said at the beginning of the video, there are a few items that I want to roll out because I picked them mostly for the holidays, for Christmas time, and they're basically like red lip shades, and I just don't plan on wearing them anytime soon. So there are a few here that I'm going to be rolling out, so please don't be mad at me. Alright, so I've got 4 lip products here that I have not hit the 10 use go on, but I will be rolling out. This one from number 7, it is the Moisture Drench in the shade Rose Mist. This one I had in last month and I was thoroughly enjoying it. Only need to use it 5 more times this month. I haven't actually touched it once. So I just feel like I just want to roll it back into my stash. I want to pull some more neutral colors and some more like lighter pink colors, not so much this reddish tone. So this one I'm going to be rolling out. Next up, I've got this NYX one. This one is in the shade Antwerp. It's one of their soft matte lip creams. This one I rolled in last month, but I've only used it 3 times, and I just know that I'm not going to want to use it anymore just because the color is not a color that I want to use right now. So this one is also rolling out. Please don't be mad. Next up, I've got this Kimchi one. This is beautiful. I love this lip gloss. This is in the shade Cherry. It is one of my favorite lip gloss formulas that I have found. I have 2 of the Kimchi lip glosses. Like this is the high key glass type, and I might pick up more if I see any. But I just tested these out, and this is a beautiful, beautiful formula, but it's just like such a bright red, and I don't want to wear red at the moment. So this one I was supposed to use 7 times this month. I only used it 3 times last month. I've used it twice this month, so I've used it half the amount of times. I don't want to use it anymore, so that one's rolling out. Second to that, I've got this Model's Own liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Candy Cane, and this one also I would like to roll out. I was supposed to use it 8 times this month. I used it twice. I do not want to use it anymore. So in total, I've used it 4 times out of the 10. So you can say I've failed miserably on those. And then there's one more that I'm going to be rolling out, so please don't be bad. This is from Becca. It's one of the Becca lipsticks. It's absolutely gorgeous, but again, it's that red color and I just don't want to wear it anymore. This is in the shade Garnet. So this one I didn't wear at all this month. I've got 3 other lip products here, but I won't be rolling these out. I will hit my 10 uses on them. So the first one here is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. This is in the shade Reef. This one I'm supposed to use 7 times this month. I used it 4 times, so I've got 3 more uses. I might use it more times, but I will be keeping that in the project. Next up, I've got this NYX. This is a glossy, this is Milky Gloss, and I really, really like this. This is the Salted Caramel Shake, and it's a beautiful neutral peachy color. I really, really enjoy it. This, I was supposed to use it 7 times. I used it 4 times. I've got 3 more uses, so that one is staying in. And then I've got the MCO Beauty or Maco Beauty lipstick here in the shade Petal. I have it on today, and this one I only rolled in last month, and I kind of want to keep working on it. It's a beautiful matte formula. And then I've got the Reef Maybelline Lifter on top of it, and I think it works really nicely. But yeah, this one, haven't had it in too long. I've used it 5 times this last month, and that kind of gives me an indicator that I really want to use it. So I'm going to roll it in, keep it in, and try to get my 10 uses on it. Okay, really quickly, let's run through the rest of this. I've got the W7, it's Glow Prime. This is a primer that I rolled in last time. This is tinted, it's very shiny, and also smells like watermelon. None of that, I mean, apart from the fact that it's glowy. I mean, I knew it would be a glowy primer, but I didn't know it was going to be tinted, and I didn't know it was going to smell like watermelon. It smells like one of those watermelon candies from America. I can't remember what they're called. Next up, I've got my e.l.f. highlighter here. This is the Multidimensional Face and Body Shimmer, and this one I've not used 10 times yet, so I do want to keep it in. I have used it 4 times. Then I've got my Fresh and Peachy blush from Colourpop. This one I've used 8 times, but I'm enjoying it so much I want to keep it in. So this one will stay in for the 10 uses. Then I've got my DSL highlighter. It's what I'm using as my inner corner today. I've only used it twice, so I'm going to keep it in just to try and get a little bit more use out of it before I roll it out. I just haven't been doing that many looks that would work with this, but now that we're getting closer to like Valentine's next month, I feel like I could get a lot more use out of this than getting into more of my like my pinky shades. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it in for now and see how I do. Okay, and then last but not least, it is my Natasha Denona Bronze Cheek Face Glow. This one I'm going to keep in. I've only managed to use it 3 times so far, and I think it's just this shade that I've used. Yeah, I've used this one 3 times and this one once. So I do want to get more use out of this because I really enjoy it, and I also want to hit pan on this. If I can get a cheeky pan on this, you know, without even trying, that would be really cool because it looks very close to this one. So I think I could probably do it. So I want to keep it in for another month, obviously get my use out of it, and maybe get that pan in. That'd be exciting. Completely forgot about the eyeshadow palettes that are staying in. So this one is staying in, the Baby Got Peach. This one is, again, mismatched. It's not the original Baby Got Peach, but I have not used this a total of 5 times, and I have not used every shade yet. So that one is staying in for another month. I don't know if it's really changed. I think I've only used these 2 shades, if I'm honest, and maybe that one. So I still have plenty to use in here. Next up, I've got the Rose Quartz, which is also staying. This is from Primark. And this is what this one looks like. So again, I haven't used all of the shades, and I have not used it 5 times. So this one is staying in as well. All right, let's go shop my stash. That was a long intro. Yeah, let's go do it. I have a lot to pick. All right, so here are all of my lip products. You're probably familiar with what this looks like. So as I said, I want to pull some more like nudie pinky shades. So I think, oops, this is Laura Geller, and I think I want to pull this. This is the shade Brilliant. So this one is going to come. I also want to pull one of these cool tones. This is it, Fool Me. This is from Nabla. No, that's not it. It's not that one. It's this one, Time Flies, I think. Yeah, Time Flies. I really like this shade, and I want to use it some more before the winter months are up. So this one I want to pull as well. I think I'm going to pull this Ofra lip gloss. This one is in the shade, what does this say? Myth. Yeah, this is a really nice sort of icy pink, so I'm going to test that one out. I'm just wondering if I want to try to pull a peachy color, if I'm going to want to do that or not. I don't want to get into the habit of pulling it too many, but then I also want to, you know, I want to make sure I actually use them 10 times, but I don't want to pull shades that I don't want to use, you know what I mean? So it's like a balance. I think I'm also going to pull this Ofra one. This is Nude Potion. I kind of like this. I'm going to pull that one as well. And I think that's it for now. I'm just going to pull these 4 because I did keep in those other 2, and I have 2 in projects that I'm working on as well. So let's move on. Okay, here are all my primers, foundations, and concealers. Concealer wise, I would like to... Okay, I had pulled this out a couple days ago because I wanted to use it. So I'm going to use it for the Shop My Stash because I'd like to get my 10 uses and just use it a little bit more because I haven't used it in a while. Then I think with foundation that the Hydromaniac, which I'm keeping in I'm trying to pan it, is very glowy. I don't want to pull another glowy one. So I think I'm going to pull this NYX Bear With Me. It's not very glowy and I really do like the shade, but I think, actually I don't recall. Does it work for me in the summer? I don't know, but I'm going to pull it again. I feel like this is so empty too. Like this is just, there's like hardly any in here. But yeah, I'm going to pull this because I really did enjoy it. I think I'm gonna pull this. So this is technically a bronzer. It's from Kiko Milano. It is the shade Warm Honey Unexpected Paradise. But I think I got a dud one because, and I did this in a Get Ready With Me. I showed that it literally does not bronze my face. So I use it now as a face powder. I'm gonna pull it. There's so much product in here. I might as well get some use out of it. So this one's coming out. And then primer wise, I kind of want to use one I've never used before. So actually I've used all of these apart from this Ofra one. So maybe instead of never used before, it's either between these 2 because they're basically, I've only used these once each. I think I want to go with this one because the other one is a bit too dewy and glowy. And I've got that W7, which literally does the same thing. So I'm going to do this filter finish. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. I've only used it once, so I want to get some more use out of it. This is from Collection. I wasn't able to pick up the e.l.f. one because it was all out of stock, but Collection also did a dupe. So yeah, I want to see how I feel about it. The first time I used it, I thought it was pretty good. So yeah, I want to use it at least 10 times and then I'll get a better feeling about it. And I think that's it for this drawer. Okay, this drawer, let me see. Okay, I would like to actually pan 2 of my brow products because these are the only 2 that I've actually used are the ones that I have. So I've got a brow gel and a pen. I'm going to pull both of them out. I'm going to do something with my brows this next month. I'm just going to play around with it, see as much what I can do. I want to use them obviously at least 10 times, but if there's no point me just hoarding them, if I'm not going to use them, I might as well just chuck them, you know? So I actually am going to use them. So I'm going to take these 2 out. Okay, and then cream bronzer. I haven't used this Milk one in a while, so I'm going to take this one out. This is the Baked shade. It's just a little mini. I've only got 4 cream bronzers right now, and I've been rotating through them, and this is the Milk's turn. So I'm going to take this one. I think I also want to take my MAC Cream Blush. This is the So Natural shade, and it is so pretty. So I want to take this one out. I do have a new MAC Go Play blush, but it is more of a peachy shade, and I think come spring I'll want to use that. So probably not this round. but maybe next round or the round after that. But this one is a really nice tone, and I'm really into my neutrals at the moment in terms of blush and like my peachy neutrally undertones, so this is the perfect time for me to pull this one. Highlighter wise, I do want to pull in an individual highlighter, but I don't know what to pull. I guess I'll pull this one. This is the Kiko Milano Lighter Venus, and it's really, really stunning. It came smashed, so it doesn't look pretty, but it's absolutely stunning, and I would like to use this one. Oh, hello. So I'm going to pull this one out. Have you noticed I've been avoiding the powder blush? I just don't know what to pick. That's why I've been avoiding it. I don't know. You see, okay, so I am trying to pan one of my yellow blushes, but aside from that, I don't really have anything else that I'm using. I'm wondering, should I pull this one? This is a really nice spring one. This is the Night Bloom from Colourpop. But I'm thinking for Valentine's, could I make this work? Because I kind of got rid of all of my pink blushes because I just don't, oh my gosh, I can't open this. I just don't like them. But look at this. This is like a pinky lavender shade. I mean, it's got some purple to it. I don't know. I mean, it's cool toned. I think I'm going to take this out now. I think I'm going to play around with it and see how much use I can get of it. Obviously I want to use it 10 times, but let's see, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to use it. I think I'm also going to take this out because I've only used it the one time. This is a powder blush from Bella Pierre, and it does actually have a beautiful mauvey neutral shade to it. It's in the shade Amaretto, and I've only used it the once, yeah, so I think I should use it and get my use on it. Bronzer, let me think. I'm trying to pan a powder bronzer right now. So, and I picked a cream bronzer, so I think I might skip on bronzer this month because I don't want, I kind of want to get some good progress on the bronzer that I've rolled into my Shop My Stash. So yeah, I'm going to move on. So let's see, I'm going to pull this because I want to finish it, and I think I might be able to finish it in this next month. This is so dope from Makeup Obsession, from the Makeup Revolution. I've had it for a really long time, so I really want to get through it now. Yeah, I feel like I'm like down here, so I feel like 1 month could I do it? Possibly, so let's give it a go. So I'm going to pull this pen. This is an interesting pen. I got it in a beauty box. I think it was Glossy Box or something. It's from Clarins, right? And it has 3 eyeliners and then 1 lip pen. This is the weirdest product in the world. I just thought it was so gimmicky. I'm going to pull it. I want to get some use out of it. I'll play with some of the different shades, see if I can use any of them, but yeah, I just thought it was so gimmicky. I just hate it. But I'm gonna pull it. Okay, and then moving on to face palettes. So in terms of a face palette, I think that maybe I should just pull my NARS one. So this is the Rising Star from the 2022 Christmas collection, and I just scratched it, so that's annoying. But yeah, it's an all blush palette, and yeah, I think I'm going to pull this one and have some fun with it. Alright, eyeshadow palettes. This drawer, I tried to tidy as best I could. Do I want to pull anything from... Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So I'm going to pull this Batman one because I've been wanting to pull it for a long time. I still haven't done a No Pan Left Behind. This is the Dangerous Love from Revolution. And this is what it's looking like. And I just feel like I need to use this. So yeah, this one is coming out, and it's cool tone too, so I think it works. I think I've had it out for a bit, but I haven't been using all of the shades. I want to pull my Jackie Aina from ABH out. I've got 2 pans in here now. I've just got the ginger shade in December, and Shookington I got last year, but I haven't really used all of the other shades in a long time. So I'm going to try to do that. Okay, and then in this drawer, I'm just thinking if there is anything. There might not be anything in the, actually no. Let's take this one out because I have barely used this. I don't even think I have. This is the Mini Nubian by Juvia's Place. I think I might have just swatched it and I've had it for a long time now. A year and a half, I would say. So yeah, this year I definitely want to use all of my eyeshadows at least once throughout the whole year. And that means no pan left behind on everything. So I'm going to try to do a push on that. But yeah, it's a small palette too. I think I can do it. So I'm going to pull this one as well. It's a nice neutral palette. All right, so I've got everything in its place. These are all of my cheek products. There's a few items in here that I did not just pull. I mean, it's because they're in projects. These are all my Shop My Stash palettes. These are my Pan Those eyeshadows, or my Pan That palette, or my project level up here. And then these are all of my Zodiac Panna palettes. So I still have a lot of palettes that I'm working on, but yeah, pulled all of these, and then I have that one down below, and then also this peachy one to work on this month. Lip products over here, and yeah, everything else is kind of here. So I'm excited. There's some items here that I really love. There's some items I'm not really sure about. So I think it'll be a good month. And, you know, it's always good to change and switch it up. And I was getting pretty bored of everything that I had. So I think I have a really nice variety now of shades, formulas, brands, maybe not so much brands, but just, I don't know. I'm happy with it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe if you'd like to. This is my sad little boy over here. He likes to make noise and I've been telling him to shut up. So anyway, hope everyone's well and I'll see you next time. Bye.